Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go.
I've been crying my eyes out. I have been, because I'm just so sad that today I can't have Wings on again for a second interview. No, I look like I've been crying my eyes out because the heat again was blasting last night. I woke up this morning, my eyes were really dried out and burning, and I was getting ready for the show, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to put eye drops in. You know, I'm just going to moisturize them because they feel like awful, and this will help me. So I did, but now I'm waiting for them to like dry and focus properly. So, welcome everyone to the show. If I interview Wings again, will I ask him about his erectile dysfunction? Oh yes, that's definitely what I have the most interest in whenever I interview someone for content, is how their genitalia is operating. That's like question number one is, so how is your penis? Right? Why not? Just got to ask those burning questions that everyone wants answered. Oh yeah, the views were good yesterday. From what I saw, the stream almost hit 1,000 viewers on YouTube alone. I don't even know how we did on Kick, and considering how many people illegally restream my shit live, likely we had 10,000 viewers. That's not even an exaggeration. Like, between everyone who restreams me, if you add all the views together, because they weren't there for the restreamers, they were there for me and Wings, it was probably about 10,000 viewers. So that's pretty cool. What do I think of RGT85 saying you're his favorite YouTuber? I don't know, because I don't know who that is. Never heard of RGT85 before. So I'm sure that I am some people's favorite YouTuber, and it's good to know that people, you know, enjoy my content to this very day, or appreciate maybe what I've done over the last 17 years. So we already have hit a goal. Our next DSP Tries It reward at 10 goals hit will be the return of Firehouse subs. I have not had Firehouse subs in a year. So they will return to the show, and it will be Firehouse subs, a new Thanksgiving sub, which is supposed to be a tie-in with American Thanksgiving. On this sub, it has all these ingredients that you would eat at a Thanksgiving dinner, such as roasted turkey, cranberry sauce, stuffing, and other things. So, sounds interesting. Sounds delicious. I've never had anything like that on a sub before. I've only had it for Thanksgiving dinner as like a real dinner. So, this will be a cool, interesting take, I think. And looking forward to it. So, let's go. Let's hit those goals, right? Let's get some support rolling. Today with Pokemon, as you all possibly know, maybe you don't know, for a $20 contribution. Number one, you get to name a Pokemon. That name sticks with that Pokemon for the entirety of my playthrough. Number two, that Pokemon that you name will stay in my party for the entirety of the stream. So it makes sense, if you're going to contribute and support Pokemon today, to do it early. Name a Pokemon, and they can be in my party all day. If you wait and you end up doing the Pokemon later, well, you're not going to have them in the party for as long as possibly you can get them, because you dragged your feet. So let's not drag our feet. Let's get some support rolling, and let's get some Pokemon named. And look at this. As they say, ask and you shall receive. So every single person on the internet that's ever called me an e-beggar, all I have to say is, I'm successful. You're not. Thank you. How much to donate you to eat a Carolina Reaper for DSP Tries It? Probably, let's say 5 bands. For 5 bands, I would eat a Carolina Reaper on DSP Tries It. So start saving your pennies up. What will I evolve my EV into? I have no idea yet. I really don't know. Haven't even thought about it. Are we bleeding viewers on YouTube out of nowhere? What just happened? According to YouTube, we just lost like 40, 50 viewers. What happened? Oh, now they're coming back. YouTube must be having a fluctuation. Goodness, that was weird. We were over 160 up to like almost 180 viewers. Then we went down to 130 out of nowhere. Now it says we're at 150. Yeah, something's wrong with YouTube. That's weird. No, I'm not interested in Code Vein 2. Just like Code Vein 1, I wasn't really interested in. I played the beta. I thought it was kind of a mid knockoff of Dark Souls, and the audience agreed. I tried to play the beta twice, and the second time I tried to play it, everyone hated it and told me to never play it again, so I didn't. Then what happened was, when Code Vein actually was releasing and reviewers started playing it and people started seeing early content of it, they saw that there was a lot of anime boobies. And as soon as people saw the anime boobies, their eyes went, like the big anime eyes, like, whoa! And they said, oh, we want Phil to play this now because we want to see him react to anime boobies. To which I said, no, you didn't like the game when I played the beta. You told me to stop playing it and you didn't support it. So I said, fine, I'm not going to buy the game now and play it so you can look at anime boobies. Like, you could do that right now for free on the internet. I don't need to pay money and waste my streams on it. So I never played it. And then people made it a running meme to keep asking me to play it over the years, to which I said, no. So we've never played the first one, and I'm not going to play the sequel. I might have some Wings-style viewers that are into Battlefield. Wings viewers aren't even into Battlefield. He's playing it, like, nonstop, and he has, like low attendance. He doesn't even bring in, like, what I have. I'm serious. Like, right now, in fact, hold on one second. Okay, so we have about 60-some viewers on Kick, and we have 150 viewers on YouTube. I'm not kidding you right now. For me just bullshitting with you guys before we even start with Pokemon, I have more viewers than he brings in for Battlefield. His viewers don't like Battlefield, but he's like dead set. I think what it was is he really thought Battlefield was going to be better than Call of Duty this year, and it was going to take off, and he was going to get like a resurgence in his channel because he's done with Lol Cow Live for now. And it didn't work, which isn't shocking. The game is not made for that. Call of Duty is a game where when you play it, you can go crazy solo, you can go on a crazy streak, you can do melee, you can switch it up to sniping, you can blow things up, you can just have a good crazy time, but it's met around solo performance. Could you play it as a team-based game? You can, but you can also play it as a solo performance game. It also has short matches. So when you're playing a match of Call of Duty, it's 10 minutes? Then you can easily interact with your audience, do shout-outs, talk with them. That's a game that just works well for streaming. Battlefield is a game that is team-based, where you have to be organized with the team and communicating to win. In addition, it has insanely long matches. Like, some of those matches of Battlefield I played were upwards of 45 minutes. No one wants to wait 45 minutes to get a response from the streamer. You know what I'm saying? The only people who want that are people who are watching the streamer because the streamer is like a high-level pro-grade player. So by watching them, you're actually learning like high-level play of a competitive game. Then people will be like, all right, let them concentrate. Outside of that, people are tuning in to see the streamer, to interact with the streamer, to have us, kind of a back and forth and talk with them about the game they're playing. They're not there to just stare at the game. So you can't really do that with Battlefield. I just don't think Battlefield's a great streaming game unless you're a pro player. I'm not. Wings isn't. It doesn't work. At least that's my take on it. Most streamers can interact and play games at the same time. I don't know how you would possibly do that with a team-based game. I'm sorry, I'm going to defend Wings on this one. How on earth are you supposed to communicate properly with your team in a game where literally at every moment there's people spawning all around you and shooting at you from every direction, right? How are you then supposed to communicate with your team, but then also communicate with your chat, moderate your chat? It's not possible. That's what I mean. It's just not a good game for streaming. It's a fine game for playing if you're into team-based gaming. It's not a good game for streaming. Call of Duty is a much better game for streaming, in my opinion. Would I consider having a podcast with Wings or anyone else in a physical setting? You mean like actually physically sitting down in a studio to do a show? Why would I do that? No one does that anymore. Very few people, right? Only if you're like prominent in stature and you're important and big enough that people would want to come meet with you in person would that even be a consideration. Like, why would that doesn't even really make sense. You know what I mean? Like, a physical studio only makes sense if you are bringing in like millions of viewers and you want to have like celebrity guests and stuff. That's it. It's really the only situation where you need an in-person thing. Everything is now possible over the internet. So there's no reason to ever do that, in my opinion. What are my thoughts on Halo going to PlayStation? I don't care. Everyone's like, oh my God, Halo on PlayStation. Guys, it's Halo Combat Evolved. The game's like fucking 20-some years old. And it's not even that good. If you play it today, it's massively outdated. You remember when I played it when it was actually remastered on the Xbox, what was it, Xbox One? Dude, you can literally walk through the whole fucking game and ignore all the enemies. It's not a great game. For the time, it was revolutionary because Halo brought FPS games as a mainstream staple to consoles. Previous to Halo, FPS games were only PC. People were like, you can only play this on mouse and keyboard, and, console couldn't even do the graphics. But Halo did happen to pull it off. But that's like a dated thing. Is it historical? Is it important to remember it? Yes. Is it fun to play again? Not really. It's pretty boring. I played Halo CE. It was pretty darn boring. Like I said, the game, you literally walk through the fucking game. You can ignore the enemies. They don't do shit. They just try to shoot you, but they're slow and shit. You just, oh, see you later. So you're going for a walk to your neighborhood. You beat the whole game like that. And exactly, anyone who's into Halo at this point probably has already played it at some point. You know what I mean? Like, there's been ports of this before. How long were you waiting? Oh, I waited just in case Halo came on PlayStation, right? Like, sure you did. Frosted Shard asks, do you think Keem being too busy is an excuse to not directly contact you? Or do you think that he's being truthful about it? I don't care. I don't care if he's busy or not. I don't care if he's making it up. He knows how I operate now. It's not like, oh, I've never talked to Phil. I don't know about him. We've had a podcast appearance together where I interviewed him. I explained up front how I operate. And it's that simple. If he wants to talk to me about anything, he has to talk to me directly. He doesn't send his cronies after me or, No, you talk to me man to man if you're interested. Sorry, I'm worth your time. If you're interested, you got to talk to me. Period. I might need a second coffee today. So basically, my wife had to be up early for work again today. And this happens a few times a week at least. She goes into work early some days. And Jasper kept getting up and trying to wake me up, which I didn't need to get up, and it disturbs my sleep, my REM. Or is it REM or REM? I don't even know how you say it. But it disturbed it, and, basically, even though technically I got up at the same time I usually do, I lost like 2 hours of that deep sleep that you need. So I'm starting to feel tired right now. I'm thinking maybe I should go make a coffee. To have a second coffee before we begin here with Pokemon, just to get me more energy. Okay. Let me do that. Let me go make myself quickly a coffee here. All right. And then we'll begin to get set up for Pokemon. Remember, for $20, you name a Pokemon and that Pokemon joins my party. I guess what we'll do is as soon as we start, we'll jump into my box so you can see which Pokemon I have currently. And we'll go from there. I actually don't remember. I've caught a lot now. And the earlier the better, because that Pokemon stays in my party for the whole stream. So if you do a $20 contribution early, that Pokemon, you'll see the whole stream. Rather than if you do it at the end of the stream, now it's like only a little bit of time, you see? Okay. All right, I'll be right back with a coffee, and then we'll get set up and start with Pokemon. All right, I'll be right back in just a moment.
I got the drip going. 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 It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.